Hi everyone, so I'm changing up my nails, and the nails have already been prepped and primed, and I've removed my old design. I didn't record that because I do have videos already showing that. Here I'm just applying a nail bed pink to give the clear nail a bit of opacity, because the blue I'm going to be putting on top is quite transparent. Here you see me just adding the blue. This is by NSI. It's called, I'm pretty sure it's called Blue Cobalt. Don't quote me on that. I will leave the name in the description bar. I'm just pushing it into the cuticle and then working the rest of that bead up to the end of the nail with the body of my brush. The brush I'm using again is my Pro Acrylic 8 by Organic Nails. Just keeping that all nice and neat, trying to get it flush. Adding that last bead onto that tip. So I'm just blending that last bead in backwards into the rest of the acrylic that we've already applied, and then just brushing it along that tip. Okay, so the mix that you're going to see me using now is another mix that I have made myself. Here it's got lots of blues, bit of green, some mylar flakes in aqua, I think they're called, and then holographic bits and bobs. I'm just fading that up the nail to give that blue a little bit of definition. When that's all dried and I'm happy, I will then encapsulate that nail. When applying this layer to protect your natural nail and your fill, you want to keep it really, really thin, because you don't want your nail to end up really, really bulky and thick and then be filing through it and then filing through your design. If you do find that when you're doing a fill it gets a bit thick but you've already designed and you don't want to file into that design, what I do is I'll take my drill bit and I'll put it at the back of the nail behind and underneath, and I will just face it upwards and drill that C curve from the old acrylic underneath the new design. That way you're keeping your design nice and clean. This nail is just all blue, again working that up the tip of the nail, again only using a really small amount of blue, keeping your cuticles clean from acrylic. You don't want your acrylic touching your skin because that will cause lifting. I'm just showing you how I encapsulate this nail with clear NSI acrylic powder. You want to build up your apex as well. If your nail is not got that nice shape, just add another bead in the middle, your stress point. When you're doing fills, it's very rare you do need a lot of acrylic on top. You can see the length of my natural nail underneath. They are super long. There is really no need to soak off your nails or take them off every set that you do. If you can apply your acrylic correctly, you won't have to remove it every time. You should be able to just buff that into a flush line and remove all that lifting, and it should be nice and flush. If it's not flush when you do a fill and the old acrylic is thick or there is still lift in there, you are going to cause imperfections in your new extension, which can cause it to break, lift a lot sooner. So again, I'm just filling up that nail with that blue. keeping it thin as possible. I'm showing you the mix. This is the mix that I made. It's really pretty. And I'm just going to go the other way on this one, putting it on the tip, blending it down towards the cuticle area. Just giving it a nice fade, bit of sparkle. And then again, once I'm happy with that, I will then encapsulate that nail in a thin layer of clear acrylic. On this nail, I am using a white gel polish and a really thin brush, and I'm just creating, as best I can, a rose shape. My hand painting skills are by no way perfect at all. In fact, I quite lack skills in the painting area of nails. But I thought I'd give it a go tonight because that's what I had in mind for the design I wanted to do. So you can see me here just filling up that nail with petal kind of swirls. When I'm happy with the roses, I'm then going to cure this in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. And I'm not going to remove the tacky layer, I'm going to keep that there. So it's out the lamp, the tacky layer is still on, and I'm just using acrylic powder to pat into that sticky layer, using it like a pigment, and just going around them little petals to give them different colours and a little bit of a 3D effect almost, I think. Just adding some blues, some greens, a bit of orange, coral pink, turquoise. And then I didn't have a brush handy, so I'll show you just blowing the excess off. I was really happy with how that came out. I'm using Madame Glam's top coat. Again, it's so class. I love this top coat. I'm really, really happy with this top coat. I've used it ever since I had it. I definitely recommend purchasing this. Really shiny. Anyway, that's the finished design, and I have left some pictures for you all at the end. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It wasn't a complicated video. I was really happy with the design, and I hope you were too. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.